Good morning everyone. We are currently at Home Depot and today we are starting some renovation. What's all that, Kitty? Yeah, a big mess. So the project that I'm doing today, we are starting insulate the high top. All right, now I need to find a place to start this project. Wanna go outside? So park here on the side, we have a little creek Kitty set up. She can explore. And there's a little baseball field there. We should be alright here. I don't really need to cut that much piece of wood. It's just removing this beautiful ceiling. It's gotta be gone, guys. It's kind of like a little bit nervous for that part. If you don't know, this was a fabric that I got at the thrift store for a couple of dollars. It was two panel that you put two curtain for around the window. They are pretty good quality. And they've been there for like 3+ years. But yeah, it's time to put insulation, guys. First project, about a bunch of stuff. First project is to cut this here, prepare to put more insulation. So technically, in fact, I do not have any insulation on my high top. Shocker. Only thing I do have is a reflectic. So it's exactly what it is. 10 little piece of reflectic. Reflectic is not an insulation. The only thing it does is to reflect the sun. The only reason why I put that is I didn't know how to properly insulate. I didn't know how to do it at that time. I just wanted something so that it didn't have any condensation. So the reflective removed the condensation from the inside to the outside, the heat and different temperature. So that's why I've done that. But now that I do have a heater, before I didn't have a heater, but now that I do have a heater, I realize how much temperature, how much heat that I lost in the winter, and also in the summer. I'm pretty sure my vans get hotter because it's got no insulation. So my plan for the next couple of days, we're not going to do everything today. Today my only plan is to install like the framing with that wood if you want. So I glue my lights with double-sided tape. They're good. So sorry if the light will be a little bit off. I don't have choice. So we need to, this step is too high. I need to remove this here. So I need to cut this now. Done all my van just like this, like finding a quiet little place when I do have several things to cut. I just go in the place in the backcountry, enjoying myself. Kitties go outside. The only downside is you just have to, you know, work on the day that's not raining if you have a bigger project, and there's a lot of mess that happen before the project is over, but I'm okay with that. I like to just work on one little small project at a time, and I'm just looking at my van right now. I'm like, oh my god. I feel like go back in time like 3 years ago when I started building my van. When I see that reflectic, because for a while I only had reflectic on all the ceilings. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like going back in the past. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. So I'm happy to say, I'm not surprised, but I'm happy to say that no mold, no sign of anything, no problem. So that's a good thing. Always a good thing when you remove things in your van and you don't see any mold. It's always worth celebrating. Alright, there is no turning back now. So step number 2, I'm gonna measure the length that I need and cut that, and I'm gonna use this glue. Can you focus? This glue to glue the wood. But this is what I've done all along here. So I do have stud where all the screws is. What I need. So I don't know if it's maybe hard to see, but it's got a good curve that way. So I'm gonna put my stud, let's call it a stud. I'm gonna put them this way, another one this way, and the final panel, final board, if I decide to go with something around this, like actual plank, they're gonna run this way. So because I'm in downtown, pretty much downtown Prince George, I mean that's a bad excuse to say that, but I don't want to use my electric skill saw and jigsaw because it's just gonna make noise, and I don't want people to just look at me, to be quite honest. So I'm just gonna cut like by hand with my saw. It's just probably 4 or 5 cuts that I'm gonna have to do, so no big deal. Well, there's so much noise that I'm sure they don't really care that if I use my skill saw. When I do have a big project I usually do it in the back country, so I don't bother anybody. When I'm working, Kitty's looking at the little duck. Alright, little change of plan. Sorry, I have a hiccup. So I'm gonna run my stud if I want this way instead, and the final board is gonna be the opposite way, obviously. It might be hard to see, but I don't know if you can see it's got like a square here. This is the company that did that when I asked them to put the high top. Do you need a place to put a fan? And I was like, oh no, I have my 2 side windows. No worry about that. But the top, you know, this guy's gonna want a fan at one point. So he told me when everything was done, is like we put like a square with some wood inside the fiberglass. So if you want in the future put a fan, you have the actual size. So every fan, or at least here in North America, they are 14 by 14. So I have a square of 14 by 14. Then I'm gonna put a fan. Maybe, maybe not, maybe yes, maybe. I'm thinking about it right now because I'm redoing all of this. That I feel absolutely that's a must. No, because I do have 2 side windows. Once in a while that would be great, to be quite honest with you, especially when I cook and it's got a lot of moisture, or it's raining outside, things like this, and I just want to have all the moisture getting out of my van. I'm sure that with the fan that would create also an extra breeze, which would be great, of course. So I might do it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure to leave that square out and frame around it, so if this winter, if I want to, that would be easy. I can just remove the final ceiling and cut and everything and put everything back together. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, I only have those 2 to dry. Over here it's all done. Alright, I'm so glad that this is done. I'm tired of looking at my ceiling right now. Oh, it's over. Finally, I'm glad this project is started, that we're gonna have insulation, and one big thing that people don't realize, but reflectic, when you put it everywhere like I did in my van, because, you know, a couple of years ago everyone was talking about reflectic and all this, so I thought I was doing something great too as well. But the problem is my cell phone reception and my internet connection is so weak. This is just like a fold paper. Like, it's just like there's no cell reception and no good internet reception. I always put my router or sometimes even my phone beside my windows when I'm just like in that edge of getting cell reception or not. So that's gonna be great to remove all of this and have better cell reception and more insulation, especially more insulation. I'm glad I started this project. I didn't want to start it. It's always my case. I kind of like, I like and I don't like renovation. It's just like, I like when it's done. And when I'm doing it, sometimes like in the middle, I just want to give up. I just want to look like I'm done. It's too much work. And I keep going. I'm like, and I see the start of the end of like the project, and I'm like, okay, I'm excited. Things start rolling better. And obviously in a van, everything has got a curve, everything's got different angle. So you think it's gonna take you just an hour to do something, and it's always way longer. You change your mind and you thought you were doing it one way and you realize, no, it doesn't work, I have to do it the other way. So yeah, I'm glad this is over. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, to follow more van reno, van build, because I'm gonna do more in the next little bit. And I'm gonna let you with Miss Kitty, who's still outside. Oh, you're the cutest thing. Did you have a good time today? You've been chilling, chasing. Alright guys, we will see you in the next one. Do you want to give them a kiss? Do you want to give them a kiss? I finished the renovation just in time. Storm's coming.